Welcome back to Megaman X5. In the last episode, it was a long intro. Lots of stuff happened. We began with Sigma hiring a man named Dynamo to infect a gigantic space colony known as Eurasia to crash into the Earth in less than 16 hours in order to, kill everyone. Because apparently, I guess after X4, Sigma is just like, screw it. This time I'm just gonna go for broke and just murder everyone. So we have to build the Enigma cannon in order to stop it. In order to build the Enigma, we need to defeat these four Mavericks on the left-hand side. Now, you technically don't have to do these four Mavericks specifically. You can do this in any order you want, as usual for most Mega Man games. But, as I normally do when I do Mega Man LPs, I'm going to do things in weakness order. Starting with Crescent Grizzly, who in the original translation was named Grizzly Slash. And I'll just say that. I'm not going to go into a whole spiel about the Guns N' Roses thing because I already did that in part 1. But as you can notice now, because I started the game as X, you can go into the stage as Unarmored X, which don't do that because there's no point in doing that. Or you can have the entire 4th armor from X4, which, yes. Or you can play as Zero. Now, since I did show off X in the last part, and unlike X4, I'm not stuck with only choosing X. Here I can show off Zero. So what's different about Zero here? We'll figure that out in a minute. Destroy the Maverick trucks. Then you'll be able to reach the security warehouse. So what's different about Zero from X4? Not much. Outside of having his Japanese voice instead of an English voice, because also, unlike X4, there's no voice acting. He has his normal triple slash, 3, or he can jump and slash, he can dash. If I had chose him first, if I were to press X or triangle, depending on which version you're playing, he would have his Z Buster. But as I mentioned in part 1, the Z Buster is not good at all. However, there is an exploit you can do with Zero. If you hold down the dash button, that's one thing. But you can tap dash and cancel the dash. And if you cancel the dash, while slashing, it cancels out the input lag for the triple slash, and Zero can basically do an infinite slash, which breaks this game in half. You can basically annihilate every single boss in this entire game with just Zero by doing that. It was something that was doable in X4 as well, but X5 made it so much easier to do. So if you're good at doing that, take advantage of that. Because there's another problem. Zero is super fragile compared to X. He does not have armor. He doesn't get armor upgrades. He does get upgrades, but not in the same way as X does. The blue core you can see below is the weak point. No shit. If you destroy it, the truck will begin to explode. But you'd better jump to the next truck before this one blows. Then head to the end of the line. And since you're Zero, your 3rd slash can just dominate things. Now, really good speedrunners of this game, and X6, we'll get to X6 eventually, can basically break this game massively using Zero. I am not one of those people. I'm not bad at using Zero, although right here it's kind of hard to... You kind of can't tell that with how I've been going. But Zero just... he takes so much more damage than X. Which is weird because in the context, a lot of Mega Man X fans will go off the lines of saying like, Mega Man X4 was designed with Zero in mind story-wise, and then X5 was designed with X in mind story-wise. I personally do not believe that, but we could have climbed up that wall up there, and on top of this train is where the heart tank for this level is. However, it is suspended over this pit of spikes here, which is doable, which is possible to get with Zero, but very, very difficult. And while you're on this rope, as long as you're holding up, you will not let go of the rope if you take damage. But if you're not, then you will fall and you will die, so... Oh, also, that icon in the bottom left now, that normal icon. As they mentioned previously, as the Hunter Base mentioned previously, Sigma is spreading his virus around the entire planet now. So, in certain spots of this, so at certain sections of stages, we will encounter the Sigma virus. And you'll know when you see it. This truck's already begun to explode. Hurry and move to the next one. Hey, you got plenty of time, so don't worry. But you can die. Oh well. Whoops. Told you, I'm not the best at this game. However, that gives me time to explain something. If you're not good at Mega Man games, don't worry, because X5 and onward have basically made lives meaningless in this game. You can get game overs, but when you get a game over, you're given the option to go to the last checkpoint that you made. So you don't start the stage over from the beginning. You start from your last checkpoint. But we picked up a sub-tank. Sub-tanks carry over between X and Zero, so whoever picks up the sub-tank, it doesn't matter. You'll both get it. One of the few things that does carry over between both characters. Is this a secret warehouse? I can't tell, but there are strong energy readings. We're getting even stronger energy readings from deep inside. It must be him. Stay on guard. Will do. But before we do that, you're going to want to come up this way. Coming up here, we will find a Dr. Light capsule, which Zero can actually collect this time. You're Zero, aren't you? Who are you? Thank you for supporting X. Please continue to take care of him. I'll give you a program for X's armor. Analyze and upload the data to X's main memory in a secure area. Then complete the armor. For security reasons, the program is divided into 4 segments, and here's another part of this game that people do not care for, myself included. Once you've gathered and uploaded all 4 parts, the armor will be complete. Nothing happens unless you have all 4 parts. Oh, God. Her name is Alia, isn't it? She can analyze the data and let you upload it. Anyway, here's the program for legs. With the leg part equipped, X can fly through the air, and X becomes invincible while flying. The leg parts for the Falcon armor, I'm sorry, I think I skipped over that part. Collide against the enemy to destroy them. I'm afraid that I know nothing about your body structure, therefore I can't enhance your power. I'm really sorry. I don't need any power-ups. Oh, but he does get extra story here. But I have one thing I want to ask you. Sometimes unknown data emerges in my mind, and I can see a figure of an old professor. Do you know him by any chance? I don't know. Perhaps if I saw him, but the data must be a fragment created by some error. I wouldn't worry about it. Why don't you just forget about it? I don't worry about it. But when I saw you, I felt an urge to ask you. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the answer to your question. Never mind. I didn't expect an answer. Anyway, I'll give X the armor program. So yeah, X5 is where all of those story-teasing fragments from X2 onward are finally sort of coming together. The game has been hinting at Zero's origin. The franchise has been hinting at Zero's origin specifically since Megaman X2, and this is the first time where that plot point is going to be actually front and center for the entire game. For better or worse, depending on your perspective of it, based on how the game ended up ending, I should say. But yes, you will find 4 armor pieces, and you do have to find each individual armor piece to create the full armor before you can use it. And there's actually 2 sets of armor in this game. The Falcon armor, which is the first one we found, and the Gaia armor, which is in the second set of stages. But for now, let's go on to the boss. Zero. Seeing you reopens old wounds. You should have that looked after. I don't have time for small talk. Give me the crystal ball. Why don't you do what you usually do and force me to? You used to be a maverick, right? That's what I heard. And you destroyed Sigma, didn't you? What, that old story? You dare to try and fight me? Then I accept your challenge anytime. Anywhere. Hunters and Sigma are very similar. Very aggressive and overconfident. What? We're nothing like that scum. Oh, yes, you are. I'm just an arms dealer, but you destroy anyone who stands against you. Now I'm gonna make you pay for what you did to me, Maverick Hunter. So we have Grizzly Slash here. He's pretty simple. He's big and super slow, like most big boss fights in Mega Man games. When he jumps, he's going to dive into the floor, and then he's either going to pop out of the floor to drill up at you, fall on top of you, or come through the wall. However, as Zero is a powerhouse, and he just freaking shreds bosses super fast. Like, damn. I didn't have a single weapon, and you can just massacre Grizzly Slash. Or Crescent Grizzly, whatever. I may switch between the PS1 names and the names for this. Then we get our mission report. Rank A. You got DNA data from the boss you've just defeated. From this DNA data, the special weapon has become yours. Equip the weapon using the L and R buttons. Every enemy has a weak point. Find the most effective weapon for each enemy. Get it? Yes, yes, yes. Plus, if you defeat a high-level boss, you may be able to create not only a weapon, but other items as well. And yes, that is possible. In that case, please select which item you want to create. However, they neglect to explain how that works. You want to know how you make any bosses higher level? The lower the time is, the higher the level the bosses are. So, if you want to get really good items, you basically have to enter and leave a stage like 7 or 8 times, and then beat all the Mavericks when you have like 9 or 10 hours remaining to get good parts. I'm not going to do that because that takes forever, and you don't necessarily need to get these parts in order to complete the game. However, for defeating the Crescent Grizzly, we got Crescent Shot for X and Crescent Sword for 0. So yes, even if you even if you choose to fight the boss with 0, you'll still get X's weapon regardless. And the leg parts for the Falcon armor, and the crystal ball. President Grizzly had the crystal ball. This should greatly increase the striking ability of the Enigma. I'll ask another hunter to do the recovery operations so you can return to the hunter base. So we will save that. I'll save on here. I'll alternate, why not? And what are we at? 16 minutes? Oh boy. Incoming message from sources unknown. Who is this? I've never seen him. Nice to meet you, Maverick Hunters. I have no hard feelings toward you, but this is my mission. Before long, I will attack the hunter base. Aw, are Mr. X and Mr. Zero there? Please play with me. I'm really bored. Don't worry. We'll fight like true sportsmen. Oh, I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dynamo. See you soon. How dare he? At a time like this? Should we even attempt to fight against someone so arrogant? So yeah, now Dynamo's just basically gonna show up at random points to basically just mess with you. He's literally there. He's kind of like Bit, Bite, and Vile from X3, except instead of finding him in random stages, he's just gonna show up at random on the stage select screen, and you're gonna be forced to fight him and waste an hour. That's literally all he does. He's just there to waste your time. So don't worry about that. You can check the Enigma status. 44% accuracy. Ugh. You want to know what? I forgot to check this at first. You want to know what it starts at? 32%. Ugh. You can fire the Enigma at any time if you really want to. And if you're super lucky, you may just blow up the colony. It is possible, but do not expect it to happen because chances are it is not going to freaking happen. However, in this version, in the collection here, you do get a achievement for firing the Enigma, and it just blows up the colony. It's extremely rare, but it is actually doable. And now, unfortunately, for weakness order, we're gonna have to go to Tuft McWhalen, or Tidal Whale. I like Tuft McWhalen, but I do not care for his stage. Ugh. But who do I want to pick? I'll be Zero again, because unfortunately, we're also going to have to come back to this level a few times. However, the music for this level is interesting. Did you recognize it? It's a remix of Bubble Crabs from Megaman X2. Wow, it looks like the giant ship U-555 is coming right at you. I don't believe it. It belonged to a marine museum. What an incredible influence the Sigma virus has. but so be it. To secure the C, we have no choice but to fight against the U555. Be careful not to get stuck on complicated terrain. This is the gimmick for this level. This super slow freaking robot here is going to be chasing you the entire level. Oh, also right there, we can start rescuing Reploids. When you find Reploids that you need to rescue, if you pick them up, they give you an extra life. But since game overs don't matter, it doesn't really matter. Also, this stage really likes to throw back to Launch Octopus because those squid enemies there, those fish enemies there, are straight out of Launch Octopus's level from X1. And I did not save that Reploid. Oh well, so I don't get an extra life. You're going to want to cling onto this wall here to avoid this laser, and you can keep hitting the U555 in order to push it back a little more. If I picked X, it would be a little bit better because I could use my charge shot to push it back. But don't worry, I'll be coming back to this level, unfortunately. Oh, it's so slow though. That's the issue. That's the problem. It's so slow. Oh well. Eventually it will get over to here. And look at all that health! Thankfully this thing is super weak. As long as you don't jump into its laser and just keep slashing at it, it'll go down no problem. And you can also destroy the fish that it shoots out before they even get a chance to attack you. If you got Crescent Grizzly's weapon beforehand, it will just shred through this boss. Even more so than just because you're Zero, because the Crescent Slash that you get is just that good. Unfortunately, despite destroying the U555 there, now it's going to attack you from this side, and oh man, it just keeps going. And you can keep destroying the cannons on here, but they will regenerate after a while, so no real point to destroying them. Just make sure you blow up the missiles, because they are going to track where you are. And because Zero's so fragile, I might actually die here. There we go. Just keep blowing up the cannons, even when they come back, whatever. You'll get energy and such. You can use the rope. Zero's gonna have his double jump now that you beat Crescent Grizzly, so that'll make dodging things easier too. However, I am being reckless as heck here. In fact, yeah, let's just use my E-Tank. Let's just use my sub-tank, why not? Another nice thing all the PlayStation X games do is you don't have to have full health for the energy to go straight into the sub-tank. You won't get as much energy in the sub-tank if you don't have full health, but at least it'll partially go in, and I'm probably gonna die. Because this fight sucks. Ugh. Oh, thank God. I was so close. I was so close to death there. Oh, man. Oh, thank God we're done. What is this place? Are you in an old sunken ship? The U-555 is trying to escape. It went deep in this direction. Follow it. Yeah, I might... This part will probably go on a little longer than average. Only because this stage just is so slow, and I know I'm beating a dead horse by saying it, but it's just... I wish there was a way I could speed it up more. I really, really do. Over here. Here's one of the reasons why I'm going to have to come back. I cannot break that wall right now. And you need to break that wall in order to get an item. Which means every time you come back here, you have to deal with the U-555 chasing you. You can make it up here if you damage boost, but I'm dying. Also right here, Dr. Light Capsule. How do you get to that? You use the weapon you get from Tidal Whale with X, which means I have to come back here with X to get that armor piece. Oh, God. Oh, look who's back. If I wasn't so near death, I wouldn't worry so much. I mean, yeah, death is literally worthless in this game, but still... It's still annoying. There we go. Not a lot, but I'll take it. So yeah, this is one of the reasons that I agree. One of the reasons why this game is not one of my favorites. Ah, shoot. Thankfully, though, I am at the checkpoint here. Yeah. Very, very generous checkpoints. But yeah, another reason, like, if you're going for 100% in this game, you're gonna hate this level in particular. Because no matter what you do, you're going to have to play this level at least twice. And, ugh. Three times if you're going for 100%. Only twice if you're going for the armor piece. But man, this section here, like, I'm already struggling to find things to talk about in this section. Although I'm also doing my best to not die here. So again, I apologize if this part runs on a bit long. When you get to here, you have to aim at the cannon when it opens. Thankfully, these fish will open up. Thankfully, these fish will show up, and they can drop health for you. Come on. You know, that's if they want to drop health. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Alright, I'm gonna cut ahead to when I actually beat it. Okay, I made it. I'm back. That took a while. And I am down to my last life, and I am very near death. Oh, jeez. So if I get a game over, at least I'm at the checkpoint here. Thank freaking God. Zero. Long time no see. I'm here to secure the ocean nearest the hunter base. It has run high. The Enigma requires a large amount of hydrogen, so you must want the ocean in order to produce hydrogen. Precisely. Please cooperate. I've already been infected. Shall we fight for old time's sake? A duel, and I'll show no mercy. Your ship is about to set sail. For the last time. Probably not. Probably not. But this is Tidal Whale. He shoots off ice balls. His weakness is Crescent Slash, which will stun him and restart his pattern, which is very helpful, especially when you're 0. And you can beat him before he even gets a chance to do anything. I was worried for nothing, but this is why I picked 0 first for this stage. Oh, that ended up going long. Sorry about that. Yeah, 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. DNA data, blah 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 blah. La 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 la. Okay, so now you have a choice between taking weapons and life and weapons and energy. So you'll always get the boss weapon, but now you can either get slightly more health or slightly more weapon energy. Go for the life. Always go for the life extension. So you get the G Shaver and F Splasher for X and 0. And we get the hydrogen. We can produce hydrogen from this ocean. If only the Hunter base worked. Then we wouldn't have to take water from the ocean. Now please return to the Hunter base. We have another mission to complete. Yes, we do. But that went on a bit long. Oh well. We won. And what I'm going to do is so you don't have to watch me do that all over again, I'm just going to cut ahead in the next video to me getting the parts that I missed, because we do have to go back in there and get an item for X. You have to be playing as X to get, well, you don't have to be playing, no, yes you do. You have to be playing as X to get this one, so, yeah. But that'll be for the next video. See you guys then, and sorry this one took a bit long, although thankfully I'm editing it out so it won't really matter to you. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.